Sandra here from Atelier Vintage Rose. Welcome to my channel. 2 weeks ago I made a present for my mother-in-law and it had a back topper with purple seam binding on it, and I colored that myself. And now I want to show you how I did that in the tutorial. Enjoy! Here are the supplies that I'm trying to use. This is a little piece of crepe paper, and this is my Dusty Concord Distress ink. That is a really good purple color. Here is a little piece of seam binding. This is some gaze, because in the Netherlands we don't really have cheesecloth, and I use gaze for that. So that's something I want to try. I just have a little bit of water, a protective mat on my own mat, and a little piece of, what is this, baking paper, because that's smooth and it is very easy to clean. I have a baby wipe in here so I can clean everything afterwards. And the most important thing, my gloves. Otherwise my hands will be totally purple. So let's start. First of all, I'm going to wet my seam binding, and I also am going to wet my, well, I call it cheesecloth. It is not, but I am going to call it cheesecloth. And I'm not going to soak it in, but I'm going to make sure it's wet. So just like this a little bit. And this one is wetter than I hoped, but now it can crinkle too. If you roll it like that, it will crinkle as well. First thing I'm going to try, because that one I already know, is how does this go into water? What color does it give? So I'm going to pour a little bit of water in there. I'm just gonna put this in, and hopefully the water comes off. Oh, immediately the water comes off. I think it's going to be a very, very pink color. I was hoping that it would be more purple, but I think it's going to be more pink. And let's try a little piece of that in there. Wow, that's very pink. And that's all you have to do if you want it up. I'm going to crinkle it again, and then I have a little bit of pink color. I will dry this with my heat tool. As you can see, when you dry it, the color turns lighter. So if you want more stain in it, more different, well, variety of color, then I'm going to put this against this again. And then you get, hopefully, a little bit more stain in it. So I let that dry. And I leave it to dry in that corner now. Then the next one I was going to do, I'm going to wash my hands, or I could use this one. I want to be sure that there is no coloring from the pink on there. So like this. Then I wanted to do the purple one, and that's just distress ink. I'm going to put some distress ink on my mat here. That's one method, and then just put some water with it and just get your seam binding and soak it in like that. And then you get a more lavender colored seam binding. This is more the lavender color. As you can see. And what I did last time, because I want the deeper purple color, I just took my seam binding and just put it in here like this. Oh, I just dipped it in, made sure all the ink is really in the seam binding. Grabbed it, and that's how I made it last time, and then it's way more purple. I like that a lot. So that's what I did, and then I left it to dry. So yeah, let me see. When we dry this, it's already going to be, and you see there is more stains in it like that. So that's the seam binding. I really like how the color of this distress inks come out. So I really like that method. And now I'm going to try a little bit of this. I haven't tried this one yet with this distress ink. And I want that a little bit more lavender. So I'm going to do that with this method. I'm going to try it with this method. Oh yeah, it picks up the color great. So yeah, that's great. Let me see if I can get a little bit more ink on there. Put a lot of water in there. The more water you use, the lighter the color becomes. So yeah, this is perfect. Perfect. Really, really nice. I like it. And I like that it also has the stains. So I'm going to heat that up. I really like the colors of this, and I really like this one as well. Perhaps I'm going to make it even a little bit more darker, just to tap it on there. Just put it in the ink again, get some more darker stains in them, and yeah, then it fits more with my papers, I guess. I like that. Yeah. So, and if you want it's less color, then you add some water. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to heat this up. So yeah, that's the way I have colored my, this was an experiment, and this was an experiment as well, but that's the way I colored my inks. You can use any coloring, food coloring, you can use anything that has ink in it. And well, as you can see, this is a totally different color, but it turns out fine for me. But yeah, experiment, go experiment. It's just add water, but always use gloves. That's the big tip. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.